Hello, hello, and welcome to the CTB Show. Today is September 14th, 2021 years. The weather. It's 9 days from fall. Are we going to have one this time? The Dow, I don't know. You got any gum? Welcome to the show.
Any gum?
You like the shrimp? My name is Evan the Mayor. That is Brian the Levy.
Speaking of like how fucking hot it is, I'm looking at my cell phone camera and I look fucking disgusting.
With a nice little sheen, and that is Queso.
Right?
Queso.
Make it so, number 2.
Oh, ooh, it's a teaser.
Yeah. Number 2. Well, I guess you already had number 1. Who does number 2 work for, Casey?
Yes, this podcast this week is about taking shits. Or Casey just had another baby. Let's talk about it. Ooh. You get the NBA. You get the NBA theme.
That's the sound that babies make when they come out.
Oh, yeah.
That's very similar, actually.
Push harder, Amber. Ah!
There's none of that.
Casey, congratulations. You have another bouncing baby boy, Riker Cochran.
Riker, yeah.
Or
2.
Not his name, but that's what we're. Well, no, Riker is number 1, so I'm gonna need you to not like make that reference.
I messed it up.
Yeah, actually, if you wanted, it could be Data.
Okay.
Data was the second officer of the Enterprise D. But yeah,
we were sticking with Riker. I already came up with Riker, and that's what's in my head. So it was hard enough to come up with the name to begin with.
I like it. I hope he's a trombonist, just like his uncle,
and a womanizer,
and a serial womanizer. That Riker Cochran, he'll fuck anything that moves.
Hey, but he finally settles down with the right one.
Deanna Troy, which is a wish I have for your for your son Riker Cochran.
Yes.
Casey, tell us all about it. How'd it go? Was it easy? Were you in a lot of pain?
Yeah, well, so we did the scheduled C-section bit, so it was different. So we woke up at the butt crack of dawn on Monday. Did not sleep very much the night before. Got a little.
So you're still wearing a wristband.
Yeah, well, because I needed to go because I'm going back and I'm watching, number 1, and I got to go back and forth to the hospital, so they keep the wristband on so I don't have problems when I go there.
Yeah, security at hospitals are big deals these days. We'll get to that.
Yeah. But yeah, so didn't sleep much the night before. So little, in fact, that I have a sleep tracking thing on my watch, and when I woke up, it said, "Okay, so you took a nap. How was your nap?"
Yeah.
Not you went to bed. Not that you went to sleep. Oh, you took a nap. But yeah, went in. There was a lot of waiting. Did the C-section bit.
I'm sorry you were inconvenienced, Casey.
Yeah, it wasn't a drive-through operation. You didn't get
no. So got a little chunker on her hands. He skipped the newborn diapers and went straight into the size of 1.
Chunky.
You got a fat little baby.
9-pound baby. So it's probably a good thing it didn't come out the normal way. Not normal. That's not the right word, but yeah.
Normal way.
The best way for a normal, healthy human being. Anything else is just lesser. Casey, have you picked a favorite yet?
No, I give him a couple years. You gotta give number 2 a chance. He's got to have a fighting chance.
Oh, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. Every time you tell a story about Cannon these days, it is not a glowing review. I figured Riker had gone straight to favorite.
No, he's a little Cannon's a little. He's going through some stuff. So he's picking up on the stress that's in the house, and he's excited for his brother. He really is. We FaceTime earlier, and he's like, "I want to see my baby brother. I love
my
him,
baby
awesome.
boy."
So he loves his baby brother already. He just
good.
I think he's just kind of like knows things are changing, and he's processing it in the way the 3-year-olds do, which involves jumping off the bed, punching your dad in the nuts, and So
Well, you don't need them anymore, Casey.
Yeah, no.
You've got your 2.
Snip, snip, snip.
So today, like, and so after you have a baby, I don't know if you guys know this, but after you have a baby,
I don't.
like, so social services comes in and they're like, "Do you know about birth control? Because if you don't, let us tell you about it." So like they like will straight up, they're like, "Do you want the injection?" I forget what the injection's called.
Depo-Provera?
Yeah. Yes, that one. So
I
they
can't believe
like
you had a
offered to give
child.
that to you before you leave the hospital, so you know you don't have another baby. And
Immediately.
I
How
was
long
like,
into the
Can you
conversation?
just schedule me for the vasectomy? I'm here. I'll just tell them I'm here. Just
You walk down.
can they pencil me in? I'll go downstairs."
I'll just
It's a
wander down the
perfect time-
hallway and they can zap my nuts with some radiation. Done.
It's a perfect time for you to be immobile for 36 hours. I think 48 hours. I think it's a great idea.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, Casey, how long into that conversation with the social services were you like, thanks, folks, but we're middle class white people, we're fine. You know, it's
well, honestly, I wasn't there, which also was kind of awkward because like they're having all the the social services coming in. I'm not there. The people are like, okay, well, you really have to name the baby. You have to sign this paper, or your baby officially is going to be baby boy Cochran on the paperwork until,
Yes.
and then you got to like file more paperwork to fix it.
Baby boy Cochran.
That's
baby boy.
like we thought we had more. We thought we had 48 hours, and they like came in last night. They're like, you got till tomorrow morning.
Jeez.
And
Okay.
I
Such
wonder,
pressure.
like, how long is Amber staying in there?
It's the current estimate is Thursday. That's kind of what it
happy
is.
Yom Kippur.
Yeah. So we're doing what we got to do. Thursday, I think, is what you typically it's like 3 days with the C-section.
In and out.
But like she's still not
Outpatient.
quite mobile enough. So like Thursday's probably the best.
What are you most existentially afraid of having two?
Well, one, I forgot what it's like to be holding a little baby.
You got to protect your neck.
Like, well, no, this dude is strong. Holy crap.
Oh my God.
I was like
Casey.
holding him, and I'm like trying to hold him, and then he's like, what's going on? What? I'm like, you're not supposed to be able to do that yet. Like he's got big hands. He's a strong little one.
Casey,
sure.
if I can ask, does he resemble his father? Is he packing some heat down there?
Let's get that baby on.
I haven't really paid that much attention to that, but
well, right, because I forget.
The first thing you look for.
I was going to say 10 fingers, 10 toes, 10 inches. Come on, get with it.
It's like
Casey,
the Chappelle Show skit when he's like,
I don't remember.
Oh, yeah.
you don't remember that? No. It's when he's
No.
telling us, it's like, you can't write your own autobiography, and it goes into a sketch, and it's like they pull out Baby Chappelle, and like it's just like huge.
I believe it. Casey, I forget. Is Canon snipped? You can get Riker here snipped.
No,
Oh.
they're
No snipping.
no.
Weird.
Not really necessary.
I guess they won't resemble their father. I don't know what yours looks like.
Why are we talking about our dicks?
I assume
Or
it's
baby
men.
dicks
Because
for
it's
that matter.
because we let Brian lead the conversation. That's why.
It was your mistake.
Bad
It was your
idea.
mistake. It was your mistake. Casey, what onesies have you bought Riker to prove how cool you are to the other Dundalk parents? Have you gotten your Crack the Sky onesie? Have you gotten a?
That's a good idea. I didn't think about
great
that.
idea. Great idea.
We've been sticking with the the hand-me-downs from Canon from number
Oh,
one.
come on, man.
So, but yeah, I might have to get that Crack the Sky. What else? What other
You
key
need to get
brewing onesie?
You need to get like the rendering plants on a onesie. That's
the
got to
gold
exist,
domes.
right? The gold domes. Maybe see if fucking Hard Yacht has any baby merch. See what Tiki Lee's is doing.
Okay.
I don't really know. Get my parents went to the Battle of North Point, and all I got was this lousy onesie. I think you got lots of options.
I'm pretty sure a Jeff Dunham onesie probably will go over pretty well.
Oh, fucking A. Make sure it's that fucking Arab skeleton.
Larry
Casey,
the Cable Guy.
Casey, you are not.
That'll be his Halloween costume.
Okay. Larry the Cable Guy.
No, the Arab skeleton.
Casey, you already said that you got no sleep last night, and you're not one who gets a lot of sleep.
Sunday night,
whichever.
Monday.
Oh, right. It's Tuesday. You're not one who gets a lot of sleep anyway. Are you worried? What is the diaper changing schedule? Is that just you? Are you the one who has to get up and go do it?
So early on, probably my wife will be doing a lot of that because early on, it's the baby is like going to be kind of stuck to her because of feeding and stuff like that. So
because of that titty milk.
Thank you that's the technical term, the medical term.
I just wanted to make sure everybody at home knew what I was saying.
Okay, because breast milk is complicated.
No, you got to get that titty milk, that milk of the glands.
So she'll probably be doing that. But I mean, I jump in if it's diaper change. He's gonna be sleeping on her side of the bed, so there's gonna be a lot of that at the beginning. Once he's like drinking out of bottles and stuff, we'll take turns. But at least for first couple weeks, it's probably gonna be her.
I've kind of just decided that you've given that. Well, not you, but that Amber's given birth to like a 2-year-old. Like he's going to like be walking. Right. It's like hey, like you like. What's it going to be like raising baby Herman? My stoney.
Yeah, they'll be doing push-up contests in about 8 weeks.
It kind of feels like that already because he's just I feel like he's pretty strong for a newborn.
What if are you guys under any high tension power lines, like that you've got like some sort of mutant super baby?
Right.
There might be something in the water. I don't know. I mean, we've got that. That is a good point because
stop it.
We conceived Cannon while we were in the city, and now we're in Dundalk. So who knows?
Mm-hmm. Tell us all about that, but in great detail.
No, that's for the spinoff show.
What night of the week was it?
CTB After Dark.
Can I tell you? So there is a story that goes around about like my Aunt Ellen and like my grandmother and grandfather were at some convention, lawyer convention in Jersey, and she's like, "No diaphragm tonight, Charles. Take your shot." And it's like this is a like story that is told at fucking dinners. That is a well-known story.
Oh, I'm gonna puke.
Oof. Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Well, they want.
Oh no, hold on. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to file a change of name. We're gonna officially change his name to Tiki Lee's.
Tiki Lee's Cochran.
You know what? Can we just call him Tiki? Tiki Cochran.
Tiki room.
No, Casey's proud of Riker.
Hey, listeners, watchers of this program, if you think that Casey's baby should be named Tiki, send us a comment.
Name Casey's baby.
Name Casey's baby.
Name Casey's baby.
But yeah, if we call him Tiki, then Brian's just gonna use that to then say titty.
Right.
Oh,
titty.
Listen,
you getting Tiki on that
Casey,
titty?
Casey, I love your son, Titty. It's just that's just how it is. Titty Cochran.
I love him too.
All right, that's enough roasting babies.
It was definitely not. They are delicious.
The first time I held him, it was very awkward because it's like, okay, haven't held a baby this little for a very long time, and it won't stop crying. All right, what do? I pat its butt. It's not stopping. What do I do? All right, that's right. I can't give it food.
Cover his. You got to cover his nose and mouth, or shake him.
Put a hood over him.
That is advice from
people
who don't know anything about babies.
This is being advice for people who don't have children.
They're kittens, right? Casey Mazel Tov, I've always said it. You're the heart of the CTB show, and we could not
Nobody says that ever.
Prouder.
I've said it to other people. I am the brains.
I've said it to other people. So if not,
I am the face palm.
You're my favorite part of the show.
What'd you say?
I said you're my favorite part of the show. So I love that you have babies. I feel ownership over those children. I hope one day they'll mow my lawn or something. So
one thing I did forget to add was, so we've been very good about like we don't do fast food with we're the kind of parent that's like, okay, you're eating healthy, And then as soon as the baby goes to bed, it's like, all right, bust out the Ben and Jerry's. Let's get Taco Bell delivered DoorDash.
Did Canny have his first like McDonald's fries?
When we went to, so we'll give him like fries every once in a while. When we went to Ocean City, that was like the first time he got McDonald's. So like I take the Happy Meal and I take the food out and then give it to him because he doesn't know, like he doesn't see the packaging, he doesn't see the toy, all that good stuff. So that's vacation food. So then today it's like all bets are off. Like I went to McDonald's, got pancakes for breakfast. I don't need
that for lunch.
It's a dinner. Dinner we got chicken nuggets.
Casey, I have a question. Do you have a secret collection of Happy Meal toys somewhere in your house?
It's not exactly secret. There's like a bag somewhere, and they're usually like if it's Disney related, usually that's like we'll go on a streak and we'll like get a bunch of them, and they're sitting in a bag somewhere.
Yeah, that's and then he tries to sell them as a set on eBay.
I say, yeah, like I've got a completely mint in bag Happy Meal toys. I will take $50,000, please.
No, we just go down to the farmer's market at the Walmart in Dundalk.
Oh, right. It's absolutely. Well, I'm so happy for you. For you, I guess I name her too. You can tell her
congrats,
that.
all listeners. Send congrats to Casey in the fam zone or elsewhere. Thank you. All right, now we've got to move along to a very special thing that happened. Thank you for that transition sound effect. A very special thing that happened to Brian not more than 24 hours ago. A soft opening was had. A very special, long in the waits soft opening. Tell us about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to report that because I'll hear about that later. That Hammerjacks.
I know what you're talking about.
There is what?
I get that reference.
Oh, thank you. There's an empty lot with like a one of those shipping container beer gardens with the name Hammerjacks on it, and I got to go hang out there for the Ravens game last night. For Monday Night Football. It was awesome. This is going to be a fun place to hang out.
Was it like invite only, or like was it just like they were grabbing people? Like how does this happen?
Brian was working the insurance table.
No, it was no. I got an invite. I got a friend who got an invite and then invited 8 of his friends. Literally, a buddy of mine was like, "I got this thing. Who's coming?" And like,
okay,
is this shipping container building you speak of? It is not the building that was supposed to be Hammerjacks, which is under the overpass, which was the old Paradox, or is it a separate?
I'm not sure if the building. If there is a building or if it's just a lot. I had a couple drinks. I did get to meet the owner, a man named Andy. Very nice. Told about the show. He said, "Cool, I love press." And I said, "Great, I love to give it."
Ooh, so it. But you know who his lawyer is. You know who the lawyer of Hammerjacks is.
Some Jew? No, who?
Friend of the show.
Oh yeah, Steve Fogelman. Steve Fogelman was there. I said hi to Steve. I think Steve thought I was Dennis, which I didn't. I was like. He either thought I was Dennis or Casey.
The palette swap Dennis.
I probably thought you were me because I don't think we've actually done a show with Steve with Brian, have we?
I haven't.
I don't think so.
No.
I said City That Breeds. So I was like, "Oh yeah, it's great to see you again." I was like, "No, we actually haven't met." So it's like, "No, we did that show." I was like, "Okay, if you say so."
So he thought you were Evan.
You thought I was Evan? No, he knows Evan.
Yeah,
he knows Evan.
So then he thought you were me because that'd be really awkward if he thought you were Dennis.
Our friends Joe Giordano and Sam Cecil were there. It was
one of them will be on the show soon.
Traffic Jam Jimmy was there.
What?
White Ford. Yeah. Didn't throw a beer at him. Was real proud of myself.
Oh. He would have caught it in midair with his jowls and just sucked it dry.
Well, they were draft. White Ford Bronco played the music, some 90s covers. I can tell you, it's a real fun fucking thing to watch. And by fun I mean kind of lame. There were some kids who were conga lining to Semi-Charmed Life. And by kids, I mean like 13-year-olds.
What?
And I'm like, do you guys not know about It's Hot, Hot, Hot? Can I tell you about Buster Poindexter? Right.
So why were there 13-year-olds at a tailgate?
Well, it was a soft opening, friends and family type of event.
It was an all ages tailgate, Casey.
Yeah, but they'll be open all season. Sundays it's going to cost like $7 to get in, and beers and food, and check it out. They'll have bands and stuff. It's worth definitely worth going to.
Yeah, I should reach out to that guy and see about setting up a little meat snacks table. Maybe.
That'd be fun.
It would be fun.
I think you should do it.
Maybe I will.
Speaking of the meat snacks.
Okay. Oh yeah,
Casey, do you need some baby raisin supplies? Oh, what was that about the hot sauce?
Oh well, so I do need some of the like snack sticks, but we definitely used the hot sauce, busted out the hot sauce, and tried to induce labor. It didn't work.
It doesn't work if you put it in the vagina.
I was gonna say, Casey poured it on his dick and they had sex because that's how they heard.
That is.
Well, Casey,
this is how people end up taking horse dewormer.
Why?
You heard it here first, folks. On the
these guys
CTB
talking
show.
about this.
Moptown
You heard it
needs
here.
Julius J. Fish pepper sauce will induce labor if you put it on your dick and have sex.
Ivermectin. It induces labor. No, Casey, you can't tell me that you're going to try hot sauce. Did you try both? Did you try all the ways?
Yes.
Good for you.
He was.
That's my guy. That's my guy.
He was not. He just didn't want to come out. He
saw your monster hog and he said, "Whoa!" He crawled back another 10 inches. What? Get on my phone! Dad,
Anyway.
I'm so proud and so scared.
All right, that's enough.
Hammerjacks, 1300 Russell Street. Go check it out on Sundays. During Ravens season.
So
last night, huh?
What's the when are they going to open? Like, do you know?
No, man, this isn't an ad. I'm just trying to remember shit off the top of my head here. Like, I just had a great time. I love the space. Like, it's a place where I would go like on a Friday night. Like, I don't know if I need to go to a nightclub, but that seemed like a really fun outdoor bar scene. So yeah, I think it's worth going to.
I can't wait to see Kicks and Crack the Sky back to back there, baby.
And maybe Rob Fahey or something, whatever that guy's name is.
I met a bum one time in the city that claimed that he was a former member of Crack the Sky.
Casey, bum. They're hobos. They're hobos.
Met a hobo. We were eating Chick-fil-A, just minding our own business, eating our Chick-fil-A outside, and he comes up to us and just starts having a conversation. He's like, "Yeah, I used to be in Crack the Sky."
Hey, I was the bassist for Crack the Sky.
I looked up all the former band members and couldn't find his name. So,
damned if it weren't.
He was the tambourinist.
Well, that sounds pretty zany, and I would like to discuss something that's very zany that's been going on in the city of Baltimore in the past couple of weeks, as it relates to the crime spike we spoke of last episode. There seems to be a rash of vans that all of a sudden go out of control and ram into 7-Elevens, and then the people in the 7-Elevens in their discombobulated state get out and rip the ATM and accidentally fall in back into the van with the ATM and drive away. It's crazy.
It's crazy, and not only crazy, it's contagious, because every time I see it happen, I'm like, but could I? But could I? And if you've noticed that the smart 7-Elevens have started moving their ATMs away from the windows.
Right.
Into the back.
Maybe don't put it up front or get one of those like zip strips out front. I don't know. But holy shit.
Did they do that in an episode of The Wire? Like rip off an ATM?
I feel like it would be in an episode of The Wire, but I can't remember it. Probably.
Or something that like Michael Chiklis did at some point.
Yeah.
It's definitely in an episode of Breaking Bad where like somebody steals an ATM. And then it's like a pretty serious episode. And then all of a sudden, like the ATM falls over and like squashes some guy's head. And it's one of those things where you just bust out laughing. It's kind of like, it reminds me of the scene in Mad Men when there's like the guy gets his foot run over by John Deere. Like it's terrible, but it just so out of place that it makes you laugh.
That was one of my favorite how I want my summer to go and how my summer's going memes was like that guy and then his foot getting run over. But I'm fascinated by this rash of this incident seemingly like on the rise ATM theft, because it's like, first of all, how do you prevent this from happening? Second, anytime I see something like this posted on the Fache book, the immediate response is like, well, what do you expect? It's Baltimore. Crime's legal in Baltimore. And I'm like, yeah, but even if it weren't Baltimore, how are you going to stop that from happening unless like everyone in the 7-Eleven has an AK-47 and can just immediately light up the people that come out of the, and it's not even their ATM.
Look,
so why would they give a fuck?
So, I mean, you just solved it. Like that is their solution.
What?
To give everyone at AK-47.
Right. Okay.
Oh, like it's RoboCop. Oh wait, are we in Old Detroit?
Yes, I think so. At this point, yes. Yeah.
Clarence.
I was thinking the episode of Boondocks where they try to rob the liquor store. They just everybody has a gun.
Right. But this is at like 3 a.m. when no one is around, regardless, except for the one guy working behind the counter at the 7-Eleven who's more interested on what's on his 6-inch black and white television from 1985.
It's always some Bollywood movie.
But it's just so, yes, terrible. But I don't understand. Aren't these like ATMs full of all sorts of gizmos that either prevent the money from getting hatched out of it, or like some sort of tracking system?
I've always wondered, why don't they have just like a square under, one of those like that you like hook to your dog's collar?
Throw an iPhone in it that's constantly awake, and it's just find my iPhone, find my ATM.
Find my ATM.
Seems pretty easy to me.
But they're hard to get into, right?
I thought they were, but apparently, like, if they're worth stealing this many times, there must be some new technology that's not an arc welder that is involved in getting the money out.
Yeah, I thought there wasn't that much in them to begin with.
Has anybody talked to Ben Affleck or Jeremy Renner?
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about The Town anymore? Yikes.
It's not that great a movie.
It was amazing. Yeah, right. It's not that great of a movie. It's the greatest movie.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, we're from The Town, and we take over our cause.
I just like it because John Hamm is in it, and he's not in a whole lot of movies.
No, he's good.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, this is bonkers. We live in a bonkers city. We live in a bonkers time. We live in a bonkers world. We live in a bonkers everything.
I feel like this happens like everywhere. I feel like it's just like people are blaming. It's like, oh, that's Baltimore for you. I'm pretty sure this happens in a lot of like cities. Like,
I'm not but I'm not so sure it happens with such regularity, because it's always like these 7-Elevens that are getting rammed into by panel vans. It's like, all right, well, which one's going to be next?
Crime is on the rise. The city's under siege, and the people just look to the sky and just ask, "Where is Batman?"
We got him. I mean, he's
Santa's Cape for Santas.
We've got like three of them right now.
We had the floodlight outside of Power Plant Live, but then they shut down the whole thing because the candelabra thingy, the spotlight was too expensive.
I did enjoy listening to the or reading some of the crazy like nutbags in South Baltimore finally got called out for their blatant cries for vigilantism.
Oh yeah, no, that's nothing new. That happens every single time there's like a spike in crime.
But some guy was finally like, "Hey guys, like you keep saying we have to take the law into our own hands. Someone's really gonna get hurt." Also, can I say something? And sure. I realize that we've been doing the show for I think we're about to hit like half hour, and it's taken me this long. But honestly, I really don't care if the corporate ball and chain that is the ATM gets stolen by the people. I hope they do get all that money and return it, and fuck them.
I do find it's equally amusing to me that the people that are like, we all need to be armed. What's up with Hogan and concealed carry and blah? But then there are the other people that are like, these are just people who are trying to make money the only way they know how. And I'm I
think there's got to be a better way, but I also just don't give a fuck. I mean, when it comes to like, here's what I would tell. If you get
a knock on your front door and like, hey, like, what you up to, Brian? What's going on? You got any ATMs in there?
No. Here's what I would like to explain to the people who commit crimes in Baltimore. Don't do it to private citizens. Just keep knocking off fucking like you got to John Darren.
Omar.
You got
Omar.
Yeah, just keep knocking off fucking 7-Elevens and shit. They're short. Fuck it.
I was going to say there was a time when we did have a rash of actual bank robberies, and those don't seem to be the thing anymore.
Bank robberies are scary. They'll shoot you. I don't think they'll shoot you at a 7-Eleven.
Yeah, well, if they've got a van, all they want's the ATM. Unless you're shooting at them, you're probably okay. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about all this, the criming and the scheming that's going on, which seems to be on the rise, like nationwide. I mean, it is a trend. And the one thing that used to piss me off the most is that when crime in, say, Baltimore would go down, the cops would take all the credit for it, but it's crimes was going down nationwide. So now that it's going up, it's all the fault of Baltimore again. And I'm like, no, I don't know. There's something in the ether. There's something wrong with us.
Evan, don't you understand? Now that cops have to treat black people like people, they just can't do their jobs.
No, I quit.
It's nearly impossible.
Look, I don't want to get Ferguson.
And vaccinated? No, thank you, sir. No, thank you.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Despite saying all that, it makes me a little happy. Woo. Casey's especially happy this week.
Casey is fully overexhausted.
We'll be done in 30 minutes. Don't worry. It is now time to celebrate the internet sensation. Give me the tray. Sweeping the nation. It's time for shoutouts. I love it. Shoutouts. Hey, it's the part of the show in which we give mad props, aka shoutouts to persons, places, and things that are giving us jollies and improving our quality of life. I really need to come up with some sort of animated intro for this segment for the YouTubes, because I don't know. I'll pay somebody to do it, like $10.
I was gonna say, is that a skill you have?
It might be. I don't know. I've never tried. I've learned how to edit video in about 6 months. My shout out this week is to YouTube clip compilations of video game bugs and glitches. I can't stop watching them. They're so much fun. They're very fun. Especially the wrestling video game ones where the guy's eyeballs like pop out of his head and his hair's flying all over the place while he does a suplex, and the person he's doing the suplex to just flies across the room. It's great.
Have you seen any of the ones like from Red Dead or Red Dead 2?
Yes, they're in my queue, Casey. I started with the 2K220 wrestling videos, and I'm moving my way through all of the little wiggly, janky ragdoll physics videos.
Okay.
Casey, aside from your obvious shout-outs, any other non-baby shout-outs?
A shout out to Zach Electric Golf. He sent me a referral code for a solo stove, and in my sleep-deprived state yesterday, I was like, that'd be a great idea to buy a solo stove.
They are nice. One of those. My cousin has one. I like it a lot.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that gets here soon and make some s'mores with Cannon. He likes the s'mores.
Yep.
I mean, who doesn't love a puffy ball of sugar? Shout out
Call me Dad. What's going on here?
A shout out to the fact that I got 8 hours of sleep last night for like the first time in weeks. Came home last night, put the kid to bed, and then just like immediately went to bed. It was nice.
Did he sleep for 8 hours? He was tired, I bet. Big day.
He slept for more than that.
Oh, well, lazy.
Yeah.
Get a job.
Yes, lazy 3-year-old sleeping.
Listen, there's another mouth to feed, boy. You gotta get to work.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true.
It's my turn.
That's it. That's all.
Yes, it's your turn, Brian. Go.
Oh, thank you. Shout out to Hammerjacks. I spent my 21st birthday there. Happy it's back. I'll double dip on it. I'll tell you, I took GHB on my 21st birthday. Woke up next to a girl. The end.
The end. And that has been shout outs.
Like that was the sequence of events.
Okay, great. Wonderful.
All
right, it's now time to play What's the Bumper?
Oh, play you guessed it. Frank Stallone.
Sure, why not? We'll get to that after this timely reference.
According to the EPA, it will cost an estimated $295 million to clean up toxic waste at the former Lockheed Martin military aircraft plant in California. The cause of the toxic waste? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. In Princess Anne, Maryland, state health officials have discovered what caused the mysterious death of 200,000 fish at a Somerset County fish farm. The culprit? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. In economic news, unemployment figures rose slightly for the month of October, with declines in the Dow Jones and NASDAQ. The reason for the sudden downturn? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. Entertainment Weekly's list of the 101 most powerful people in show business is out. At number 1, Fox CEO Robert Murdoch. And at number 2, you guessed it, Frank Stallone. And finally, the number 1 selling doll this Christmas is Tickle Me Elmo. And the least popular selling doll? You guessed it, Tickle Me Frank Stallone.
Well, now we're back. I think Tom Green's doing stand-up now.
Yeah, he tours.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever toured with Norm MacDonald, however, who is what we should be talking about, because that's very fucking sad, and it happened today. 9-year battle with cancer. Cancer fucking sucks. Fuck you, cancer. Fuck you. I'm punching my background in his face. But it's not surprising that like no one fucking knew this happened, because he's kind of an eccentric man, kept to himself.
He was intensely private.
Yes.
You know, he like Norm MacDonald is, when I think about like my favorite, not like the best, but like my favorites, Tracy Morgan, Paul Mooney, like those guys. Norm MacDonald is so intensely on that list, like top 5. Like I mean, I'm pretty sure last week, without knowing that I was going to die, I did say, you guessed it, Frank Stallone. Like that is one of my all-time favorite jokes.
Well, he without I think without a lot of us knowing it, impressed upon the just staring at the camera, or not even staring at the camera, but just yelling a line, and that's the punchline. It's like, Germans love David Hasselhoff.
Well,
that's the punchline.
That's something I actually specifically wanted to mention about. So I was an SNL kid. When I was 10, that's when I started staying up to like 1 a.m. on Saturdays to watch SNL. I loved it. There was a Rolling Stone article about Norm's cast, and like he destroys Sherry O'Terry. He destroys Chris Kattan. Like he is like set up feuds that lasted to this day, you know? But one of the things he said in it is, what I found worked best for me when I did stand up was staring at the lights, just saying what I thought was funny, how I thought it was funny, and not caring what anybody else thought.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I'm telling jokes for one person, and that's me. I'm like, and this is me paraphrasing, but like, I'm like, I get that. That is who I am. You know,
one of my favorite recurring annual bits on Weekend Update was the worst jobs list, where it was always assistant crack whore or something like that.
and do you know what the worst job in America is?
It was like jock strap
you guessed
inspector.
it, Frank. You guessed it, Frank Stallone.
That was never part of the joke, though.
No, it's something. But then you have the him as David Letterman as your background.
As my background.
You said
one of my,
you got any gum?
This is the worst sketch of all time, but it made me laugh so fucking. Yeah, you want a shrimp?
Who played Paul Schaefer in on that? Was it?
Was Dave Koechner? No. It was the guy from Kids in the Hall. He was on for like one season, maybe 2.
Yeah, no, I don't know if that's right. We'll find out later.
Yeah, it was definitely the guy from Kids in the Hall. I'm sorry, I can't remember his name.
Scott. No,
not Scott Thompson. No.
Kinney. Mark Kinney.
No. Mark Kinney. Oh yeah, you're right. It is Mark Kinney. Okay, sorry.
What?
Yeah.
The off air, we were discussing, Weekend Update, and so I was just kind of looking over some of his famous bits from SNL. I remember him mostly from Celebrity Jeopardy.
Okay,
But
of course,
apparently,
absolutely.
We were gonna save the best for last, but yeah.
but the so you were saying that he said the F word on air, and that was like rumored why he got fired. The rumor was actually the joke. So when O.J. Simpson got acquitted, his joke was, well, it's finally official. Murder is legal in the state of California. And there was an NBC executive who's
Dick
a
Ebersol.
longtime friends of Simpson. So that was the rumor why he got fired.
Like, listen, everybody, go find Live from New York, the oral history of Saturday Night Live. It is one of, Casey, you've got a lot of time on your hands. I think you've got time for a 800-page oral history of Saturday Night Live. Okay. But it's a great book. There's lots of Norm in it. But yeah, Celebrity Jeopardy, Larry King. Hunched over shoulders. If you're doing a Larry King, you're doing Norm MacDonald. I'd really like to mention what's the roast of Bob Saget, his intentional bombing. He was so good.
I was off mic. I was mentioning it to the reason Tom Green came up is because at one point in the mid-aughts he had he just set himself up a little talk show in his own living room and had bleachers for a little audience, and his dog would hang out. And Norm was on that show a lot, and it was so funny because I wasn't used to seeing anything like this before because it was on the internet. I don't think he was making any money. There was no ads or anything like that. So it was literally just them with nothing to lose. No, it didn't fucking matter what they did. And it was always funny, always fun to watch. And I don't know where those videos are today. They may be on YouTube. It's very worth watching.
You mentioned the word ad in context with Norm MacDonald, and I must say, if you've never seen the supercut of Norm MacDonald's advertising man grates for his podcast, have you heard about this? Man grates.
Did you ever see his sports talk show on Comedy Central?
I'm sure I must have, but it
was literally called Sports Show. That was it.
Yeah. Casey, you said that he was on My Name Is Earl. I forget about that.
Yeah, there's like a couple. I think it's like 2 or 3 episodes. So he plays the son of Burt Reynolds' character, who owns like basically he owns a strip club, but like a bunch of other businesses.
That's meta.
So Norm MacDonald's character comes in, and like he's a complete opposite I forget, he's like starts out as an asshole, but then there's an accident and like he gets kicked in the nuts or something really hard. And so like part of like Earl's list is he's got to like fix this thing, and he takes him to the doctors to get it fixed. And it was making him nice because his testicles were crushed. So he gets it fixed and he turns into an asshole. And then at the climax of the episode, like he's got Earl tied up in this pitching baseball cage, and is getting ready to like hit him in the nuts with a fast pitch machine. And then Norm MacDonald like jumps in front of it and like takes one right in the nuts. Takes one in the nuts and turns back into kind of a nice guy.
If there's one thing that sitcoms have shown us biologically, it's that memory is conked on the head, being nice is conked in the nuts.
He was also in The Middle, which is one of my favorite shows. He played the brother of I forget, the janitor from Scrubs, but the dad of that show, and fucking hilarious. Like everything he would do was just so funny. The moth story, the moth joke on Conan. Like I read so many different articles today. I watched so many different clips. Like the man was fucking amazing. Just to have him just talk to people. This one hurts. Like this is a rough one. I don't like it. I don't like the feeling.
Yeah, I was trying. So he obviously very private, a little strange, eccentric, because he never never learned how to drive or doesn't drive or knew how to drive.
But he loves golf.
Right, but also lived with his mom in a condominium, or they both had condominiums in a building together. As far as I know, was never married, doesn't have kids or any of that kind of stuff. But yeah. To sort of be that private about having cancer for 9 years, I couldn't help but wonder what cancer was that, because 9 years is a good run for a diagnosis that's bad. But I'm just gonna wonder and wonder and wonder.
I think we'll miss him. Like his sensibility. He was, Instagram today. I follow a ton of fucking comics. Like Bob Saget had things. He was in Bob Saget's movie Dirty Work. We haven't even mentioned fucking Dirty Work. We've been doing this for 15 minutes now. Like,
I was going to mention it because I think I remember seeing it in college and thinking it was terrible, and I might probably enjoy it now after he's dead. I don't really know. I loved it.
Did you? I thought it was great.
I think at the time I really didn't think much of Bob Saget as a stand-up. Like I had seen his stand-up post Full House, and I was like, well, this is dumb. It's just a bunch of like pervert kind of rapey jokes.
The aristocrats,
right?
We all like what we like.
If you haven't seen it, there is an episode of Norm MacDonald on comedians in cars getting coffee.
Mm-hmm. I didn't get a chance to watch that clip, but I saw that it existed. That's part of the plan for the evening.
Yeah, that was something I saw, like, not when it first came out, but I think when they added it to like Netflix or Hulu or something like that. I watched a bunch of them, and that's one that like kind of turned me on to Norm MacDonald. Just like I said, I wasn't really exposed to him too much outside.
When you first thought he was hot.
Yeah.
But he has the Norm MacDonald poster up on his wall,
and
it's his head photoshopped over Tom Selleck.
No, it's his head photoshopped onto that naked Burt Reynolds with the puppies.
Yeah.
That's the one. God. That's on my wall. And my wife tells me it's creepy.
She's wrong. Totally wrong.
She doesn't know what she's talking about. Safe home.
I think in due time he will be as referenced and admired by future kids a lot like Mitch Hedberg.
And that's the fun stuff because some of his shit's dated. In 5 years, everyone's gonna be like, "Who the fuck is Frank Stallone?"
It doesn't matter. That's what makes it funny.
But a lot of the stuff is just so timeless. Like there's nothing. Well, I guess Burt Reynolds is dead, and Alex Trebek is dead. Norm MacDonald's dead, so I guess Celebrity Jeopardy is gonna.
Oh my God!
Age out
is he
pretty
cursed?
soon.
Like everybody he did an impression of is dead except for David Letterman yet.
All of these 80-year-olds are dying.
It's crazy.
What is happening?
Look, Larry King's dead. All of them are dead. They're all dead.
Larry King died last year, right? Of COVID?
Yes. Of COVID. I don't know. Of being 98.
Casey?
98-itis.
Figure that out.
Hey, 98.6. Who are you? Who are your favorite guys? Who are your favorite comedians?
In general?
I watched a whole bunch of the Richard Pryor show the other day. Richard Pryor episode 4. It's a roast of Richard Pryor. It's hosted by Paul Mooney, Robin Williams, the dad from Fred. What's the dad? John Witherspoon. I'm just calling Fred Williams racist. It's just super fucking funny. Definitely recommend.
So
growing up, it was. Sorry, Casey, go ahead.
What's not funny? So Larry David.
Larry King.
Sorry, Larry King. Baby brain. So Larry King. He was hospitalized after testing positive for COVID.
I feel great.
And the official reasoning was sepsis, but that was a complication from COVID. So it's one of those he died from COVID, and they're trying to say it wasn't. So that's
Dateline. I'm dead.
I'm immediately gonna watch all of those Larry King sketches that he did.
The Ghostbusters.
They're so good.
Is the afterlife real? This doesn't sound anything like it.
But you're asking our favorite comedians. I don't know. Is there any good comedians left?
Oh my God!
I don't know. There's one comedian that I could think of that I enjoy that's out there, but I can't really think of John Mulaney. I like John Mulaney. I can't think of anybody that's good that's actively out there.
Well, I just went to Magoobies 2 weeks ago. I mean, let me recommend "Son of a Gary" by Dan Soder on HBO Max.
They're
Or
out
maybe
there,
even just
Casey.
HBO.
You just gotta, I
Yeah.
don't know. You just gotta find them.
So I've been listening to a lot of this serious show, The Bonfire. That's Soder's the host of it. Like there are always folks like new comedians and like comics coming through that. If you have the Sirius XM app, check it out.
Hey, remember Dane Cook?
I wonder what he's doing.
Still doing stand up, I think.
He's engaged to a 20-year-old.
Well, we can't all be
That's
so
weird.
lucky.
Have you seen his face?
No, does it look weird?
It looks weird.
Wow.
It looks like
I saw
plastic.
him when I was when I was in college. I saw Dane Cook.
Torgasm?
I don't think it was Torgasm. It might have been before that.
Jim Brewer came to Towson my freshman year there in 2001. I wonder if that was pre 9/11 or post 9/11.
Growing up for me, it was always George Carlin. Like I caught on to his like pre sort of political stuff and really, really loved it. And then as I grew up, like started to appreciate when he would do his political stuff. And then later on, I finally got to see him in concert like 5 months before he died. Yeah. And his last tour, his set was just a mixture of some politics and a lot of wordplay. It was just very fun.
Yeah.
Like that guy was, God, he was active for 50 years plus, went from hippy dippy to just the guy with the ponytail and always wore the black slacks and the black shirt. And his sitcom on Fox was not great, but
I was a Cheech and Chong kid. Like,
oh yeah,
I had Cheech and Chong's greatest hit, and like,
least shocking thing you've ever said.
But I don't want to surprise the people. I want everybody to be sitting down when they listen to the show, relaxing. But like, I love it. Let's make a dope deal. Dave's not here.
That's my record, man.
Class, shut up. Remember when 98 Rock used to play that?
Yes, that was how I was introduced to Cheech and Chong.
Sister Mary Elephant.
That's right.
I love the movies. Like, well, I mean, the first couple. And then I had some fucking taste. I also love. I'll tell you, Norm MacDonald hurts like Bernie hurt. Bernie Mac.
Bernie Sanders not winning the election.
Yep. I'm the best comedian ever.
Can we at least agree that at least this was not another fentanyl kill? Because
of cancer.
Those fentanyl kills are happening frequently. There was another star of some show that died of a fentanyl-laced coke overdose.
It wiped out a party,
right? And somebody just died yesterday of the same bad coke.
Isn't
whatever.
that like it's like just a little bit, like it's just like a little teeny tiny bit will make you OD?
It's like a grain. Hey, if you're one of our LA listeners, just take any party. Just take a break and hit that like and subscribe to let us know that you did it. Thanks.
So I keep looking up like comedians lists, and they're like really dated. And so like the first one I pulled up, like Bill Cosby is listed as like top 5.
Green.
Like oh, this one's
Red Skeleton.
And then I pulled up another one, and then number 2 is Louis C.K. I'm like, oh, let me check what year this is.
Look, pervert. Yes.
Look out for that
comedian.
Look out for that newcomer, Soupy Sales.
Groucho Marx. I heard he's a gas.
I guess that's Charles S. Riley, but whatever.
Great comedian.
So good.
Or rather, Alec Baldwin's version of him was always great on the Actors Studio.
Number 4 on the list of all-time greatest stand-ups is Dustin Diamond.
One of the greatest
Didn't he
boxers
die
of all
too?
time. Yes, he died.
Yeah,
of lung
he's
cancer.
dead.
God, that's been a weird couple of years.
I'm gonna live forever.
Oh yeah. Oh, all this talk about cancer and dying is making me a little angry.
I keep pulling off like Hold on, I got there.
What?
No. It's my show.
Doing the preamble. All right, it's making me a little venti. Making me a little pissed offy.
I'm a little baby.
Makes me want to hug a baby and tell everyone to shut up.
Oh, Casey, give me that baby. TM.
Give me that baby.
Give me that baby. Oh, that's what we should do.
Baby.
We should just do quotes from other podcasts and tell people other podcasts we listen to.
It's the other podcast quotes show.
Honestly,
This is part of the show in which we end the program and give the opposite of mad props, aka shut ups, persons, places, and things that are giving us the opposite of jollies and not improving our quality of life. Obviously, my shut up this week is to cancer. Boo! Boo!
Boo!
And bad fentanyl-laced cocaine. Stop killing people in Hollywood.
we need them to entertain.
Sometimes.
We need the next generation of actors. Casey has children now.
What if it's a big
You
QAnon
have to
plot?
think of the children. What?
I said, what if it's a big QAnon plot?
Ooh.
You
Well,
know,
these
they
are
kill
all
all
the
those
people who
pedophile Hollywood elites with some bad coke.
You know what? You couldn't fucking convince me that that's not true.
Time will tell. Time will tell.
We might be in the middle. This is the takeover. Get rid of them fucking Jews in Hollywood,
Uh-oh.
and then like get rid of the pinko liberal commies in Washington. Handmaids for everyone.
Cool. You gotta shut up?
No, it's bad. Oh yeah, I can't. I guess I wore my mask one day too long, and I've been pulling like fuzzies off my face all
Little
day.
fuzzies.
Yeah, it's the worst. Shut up to that.
My plan is to just grow my facial hair completely over my mouth so that it serves as a mask.
Oh well, I decided that I look better without a beard, and I'd love to see that pretty face of yours sometime.
Ew, no you don't.
Oh, well.
I look like a thumb.
Do you have a weak jaw? Is that the problem?
Ooh, we could have a Halloween costume, the Thumb Twins. Shave our heads and our faces and be thumbs. Yeah, exactly.
It's me.
We are the Thumb Twins. We were born with a genetic abnormality that makes us look like thumbs.
Hey guys, look, it's me, Casey, super fat baby with no neck.
That's
That kid's
actually
gonna
a pretty
bench
good
press you in like
impression.
10 years. People who are watching YouTube at this point understand the joke. All 0 of you. 14, maybe 16. I don't know.
Well, you know what? We should post that clip to
Sure.
the Facebook. So I want.
Let me time code that. 1 hour and 2 minutes.
I'm latching, Daddy.
Okay. That's quite enough. Casey, what's your shut up?
So the first shut up is to people who still don't believe that COVID is real, because literally every fucking doctor that I've seen in the past 2 weeks, the first question they ask you that I or my wife have seen, did you get your COVID shot? Because we're tired of this bullshit.
Right.
And my shut up is to people who still don't believe that Santa is real because the magic is inside of you.
Oh, okay. I'll
Santa
remember that
is the
before I
friends we made all along.
Along the way.
And then my second shut up is to I won't mention the hospital, but just the weird COVID visitation policies where you can have two visitors, but only one person is allowed after a certain period of time outside of 10 to 6, and it's just some of it just doesn't make sense. And I understand you're trying to do what you got to do, but yeah, just not very convenient for us.
Well, shut up to
I
that.
wouldn't
That
want
has
to
been shut up.
inconvenience you, Casey.
You know,
Hey guys, we did it.
Some
Nice
people.
tight 1 hour and 5 minutes of podcasting.
Some people.
Well, Casey, again, congratulations on the second baby, codename
Thank you.
Riker. We will be referencing comedically this baby for the rest of its life as long as we're doing this show, whichever comes first.
It's me. It's me. Hey, Daddy. It's me, your fat baby.
Brian, where are we going to follow me?
I'm going to break your cocker.
All right, this has been episode 378 of the CTB Show.
Took it too far. Offended Casey's children once too many. I don't think
Come
you're
on,
really
Casey, do
angry, are you? Casey.
It's gonna be really awkward if once they get old enough and they're like, "Hey, I saw this like video on YouTube, and some asshole made fun of me when I was like a day old."
Casey, if you're not playing this every night to your child as he goes to sleep for the rest of his life, on loop, I want you to make sure, you gotta like 1980 sitcom it, put him in a Walkman on a tape, and like make him listen to it on a loop as he goes to sleep. And that's
Grateful Dead. That's reserved for Grateful Dead. We already played American Beauty.
Brian, sneak into the baby's bedroom and switch out the cassette tapes.
Listen, I'd like to say publicly that I will never sneak into a baby's bedroom unless I'm like, you know what?
Unless I'm really drunk.
No, unless it's like, I'm like, oh,
it doesn't make it any better.
Baby. Like, I'd like to watch a baby sleep, like in a loving way.
Shut it. Okay, that reminds me of another shut up. There's a book that we were given for canon, and
is it I Love You Forever?
Yeah, I think so. Where like the mother like sneaks into the kid's room, and then like the kid grows up, and then she like breaks into her kid's house when he's like a grown
he's
man.
Like 30 at one point. Yeah,
it's super weird, and it's like no.
Joey read it to Emma on her first birthday. I'll be there for you.
All right, have a great day and a better tomorrow.
That's it. Oh, that's good.